Hey guys, I'm very excited to show you this gun because honestly, I think it's one of the best and coolest guns I've ever made. Everything mostly just works. But before we get into the video, I would like to just apologize. My dog came in here with muddy feet and you can kind of see it. And also, if you hear my brother on his game, I'm sorry, he gets into it. But this is an sak-21 made by Stenzel Industries. I don't know, I can't read, I'm dyslexic. But this is a very cool gun. It's like an AR, but AK, and modern, and modular, and multi-caliber, and expensive, and nice. It's very cool. So I'm just gonna get right into the review. So up here, muzzle. This is for the suppressor that comes with this. It also has adjustable gas thing here. It's a little loose right now. Nice little handguard here. The normal gun does not come with sights, but I decided to put sights on it because I like sights. I'll try to show you the sights. They're not very good. Um, they're just like a whole notch. That's them. There's a reason that I have sights for this thing. And then nice fat charging handle here. There's a hammer, there's a safety, there's a trigger, there's a ambi bolt catch right here, or bolt release. The bolt catch is on the other side. Rock and lock mags, you gotta have that on an AK. And then coming back here, this button is for disassembly, but this is really cool because like when you push it in, you can like pull this up, but then when you're done looking in there, whatever, like this is on a hinge, so when you charge the gun, it pushes that into like a groove, but this is sloped here so that when this is pushed, this is pulled down under tension and this holds 0. On the real gun, this is just Lego, but I recreated it because I thought it was a really cool function of the real gun, and like the hinge, very unique. That's like my favorite part of this thing. And then the stock is just a standard buffer tube with a 4-position stock, pretty basic. You can just push these 2 pins out and put whatever stock you want on it, but I don't know, I spent all my energy on the rest of the gun. I just kind of just like forget about that bit right there. But yeah, that's basically everything. I guess I'll show you the other side controls. There's the bolt catch. You push down that bottom piece to lock it, and then top is normal, and then you got the red for fire right there on the push safety, and then if you push it through the other side, it's, my hand's not in the way, it's white to indicate that it's safe. And it does work mostly. I'll get to that when I disassemble this thing, but gonna make a build of it first. Which one do I want to do first? I thought it was really cool, and I thought I'm gonna build that and put it on the AK. So I did. So I guess I'll show you the sight picture on that. You know, you're looking at it. I put the thing on off center, but the front sight is off center. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. I fixed it. So like you're taking out the snipers, you know, bang bang, shoot shoot, and then close range. Oh no, there's a guy with a shotgun. Bang 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 bang. You know, I don't know. I think it's really cool. My gunshot sound effects need some work, but okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna do the other build real quick. So this is the one, and then when I come back, it'll be the other one, and just like that, it's a different gun. Look at that. Um, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a different mag in here. This is 7.62, and this is 6.5 Creedmoor, 9.5. I don't know. Fuck. I need to know this shit. Okay, it's 6.5 Grenendale. That's what it is. I saw this gun was multi-caliber, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a different caliber for it, and that was the other caliber that they offered with this thing, so I thought I would do that. And I also think it's really cool. It's like kind of like DMR-esque. Also through the suppressor and the red dot. I don't know. Just I like this build. This is how I play with it a lot of the time because this is light, and I also like the suppressor. I just like suppressors. But I'm gonna get into my favorite part now, the disassembly, the field strip. So pull the mags out, make sure it's clear in there, and then we just pop this off. We don't need sights where we're going. Put that bit back on the rail. And then the suppressor, I really like how I built this, because you just pull this up and then this comes off. I would like to redesign this so that this is like spring loaded and doesn't come out all the way. You know, it just comes out just far enough and it'll go back. But that's for the next gun. But now, the disassembly. I am just going to pull this into the upper and the lower because that's easy, and then I'm going to disassemble the upper and the lower more. But in order to do the upper and the lower like an AR, it's these two pins. This is not realistic because I'm pulling the chamber right out of the receiver, which I don't think you can do. I think you have to pull everything off here, pull the bolt out, and then the chamber comes out. But because this is Lego, I can build it however I want. We have uppers and lowers. So you push this button in, you pull this up, and then you just push up on this bottom bit right here, and boom, there's the whole upper and the lower. And now I can show you guys some of the features here. So push this in right here. So there's the bolt catch. You can see that little black bit in there is it. And then over on this side is the ambi bolt release. It works just like that. You could also hit this upper paddle. Pretty simple. And then the hammer's down. It's on fire. I'm going to put it on safe. This system has like over time worked loose, so it's a little less consistent, but the trigger does not fire it. And then slide it over to fire, and it works now. I have to be delicate on it because you can push through the safety, which is kind of a little bit of a mess up, but that's just a quirk of this design. Another quirk is that sometimes this doesn't like to latch down when you charge it, and also sometimes just the force of the bolt hitting forwards will knock this up. So yeah, it's a little quirky, but I mean it works, and I think it's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take that apart more in a second. I just want to do up here. So up here, you got the bolt and everything, right? If you want to disassemble this more, you would start by taking off the dust cover, and whatever that is from the lower, put that back on there. Okay, I need this pin again. So you start by hinging this up and pulling out. This would be the spring in real life, and it's self-contained. But then you take this pin and you push this out, and there's a thing in here that you don't want to lose. I gotta be careful of that. Not all the way out. I'm gonna put this back so that I don't lose that piece. So now that this is all off, I want to look in here because this is very cool how I built it. It's very solid. Yeah. So now that that piece is off, I don't want to lose this. So this is gonna, or actually I need to pull these pins out. Push these ones out now. The next step. Okay, now this can go back in here because I don't even need that anymore. And just want to pull. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay, I will be right back because this is another mess up on the design. There's so many things here, and this is not flat on the bottom because of the Technic. There's like spaces in it, so it gets hung up on every single one of these. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it would help if I actually pulled the pins out all the way, but now that the handguard is off, you can get a look at this. Pretty simple here, not much going on. The sights are built into this, so I could get you a good view of the sights now. If it'll focus. It's not going to focus. Okay, so I can't. Never mind. So I'm just going to put that right there. And now you can see the entire operating system of the gun. So it's long stroke, and up here's the piston, and it's all a little like self-contained thing, so you can just pop this off when you're changing the barrel. And then pull the rubber band off. This is the bolt. Big, heavy. There's no sort of locking lugs or anything. The next gun I would like to have like an actual bolt and then the bolt carrier and all that. Because like the few times that I have looked in there, it's like, oh, that's ugly. And I have had guns with a bolt face, so I might as well do it. And then right here's the chamber. This just pushes off, and it has the rubber band built in. There's the chamber, the feed ramps. And yeah, and then all that stuff's for holding the gun together. And this is all for alignment right here. And yeah, and then there's just the barrel. It's hollow, like a barrel should be. I forget how long it is. I think it's 12.5 inches, which is the same length as the real one. But I don't know. This gun is to scale, mostly. Just a little gas piston. Not much going on here. So yeah, that's all that. That's not important. There's one thing that I can do on here. Take the stock off. See how it works. Pretty simple, but there's 2 pins left to take out, so I need this pin again. And I wanted to make another stock, like a folding one, because most of the guns come with a folding stock. This is like a special thing that you would have to put on yourself. But I don't know. I want to build a different gun. I will get into what I want to build at the end of the video, but that just slides off, and then in theory you could put whatever stock you want on. You could also put a shorter barrel on. And yeah, you could put whatever chamber and barrel in that you want and run whatever caliber you want. I don't know, I just think it's very cool. And just like that, it went from a pile of parts to a gun again. I'm very happy with how this thing turned out. It took like 3.5 months, but it was worth all of the back pain and sweat and trouble. But I think I'm ready for my next gun. And I'd like to always say what I'm planning on building and then going and building maybe something else because I run into issues or whatever. But what I think I would like to build is like kind of like a Mimic 9, but like I want a 5.7 SMG. I don't know. Like I was thinking like a P90, like kind of like the PDW from Black Ops 2, like with the side thing, where it would like pop out. But then I also I was looking at the Mimic 9, and it's an SMG with 2 9mm mags welded together, so you take it out and rotate it, put it in. And I liked like the thick long mag, so then I thought like 5.7 is straight like that. So if I made a 5.7 SMG, kind of like AR lower, and then like my own upper kind of, I don't know. And then like there's a gun from Black Ops 7. It's a terrible game. I would never spend my money on it, but I think the gun looks pretty cool, and I kind of want to build something that's like kind of futuristic and modular, but like 5.7. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing, but I'm gonna do some reloads and some other stuff with this thing in first person. I'm gonna throw that in here, but thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you liked my gun. Say that you liked my gun if you liked it in the comments. Thank you. Have a nice night or rest of your day, whatever. Thank you. I love this thing so much. Like it's so sick. Oh, I love it. Okay. Pretty sure that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.